my gosh, hello YouTube world. This is Nathalia and welcome to the Positive and Strong Fam Bam. Thank you so much for tuning in and I am so excited for this. So I guess I wanted to start off by saying thank you to everyone tuning in, even if you are my friends and I forced you to watch this. Let's get this started. This channel may come as random to a lot of you. Honestly, putting yourself out there isn't necessarily an easy thing, but there's always the risk of failure. There's always the risk of insecurity, being noticed by other people, and frankly, I don't give a frick. That's why I'm here. Yay, twig. Honestly, the purpose of this channel is to motivate those who don't have hope. I know that we're 17 or 16, most of my viewers are. If you're older than that, man, you made it. It's not easy living in the generation that we're in. I know that I experienced a lot of heartbreak, hopelessness, depression, eating disorder, blah, 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 all of those things. And so I'll get more into depth with all of that jazz. But for now, let's get this started. I have quite the unpopular story. I am not your typical success story. I don't have a million colleges recruiting me for some soccer thing. I don't have tons of money being thrown at me. That sounded wrong. Have this story that I want to tell you all, and I think that a lot of my actual real friends don't know a lot of everything that I'm about to share, simply because my pride held me back from sharing a lot of things. So you guys get to know where I'm coming from, where I am now, and where I see myself going in the future. I just want to share the past 3 years of my life. Freshman in high school. I love soccer. I love soccer. I love it. I love it. I love it with a passion, to a point where it was unhealthy. Throughout my high school, I played club soccer. I got injured. I injured my ankle. Not even anything big. I twisted it, sprained it. It was awful for a few days, but always had that mindset where if I am not constantly training and if I am not constantly exerting myself to the point where I believe that I am surpassing every other person, then I'm not doing a good job. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I might as well, if you're gonna full send, full send. If you're gonna half it, then get out. I continue to run, sprint, and lift. Didn't let myself rest, didn't ice, compress, whatever, rice, or whatever that, I was gonna like insert rice here, whatever, I never did that. If I did it, it was for maybe an hour. That led to me dropping out of the season because I couldn't play. That led to depression because when did I ever pay attention to my thought life? Never. Since I couldn't necessarily train how I wanted to, couldn't have the control that I wanted, I looked to intermittent fasting. So my brother began doing intermittent fasting. So you don't eat from 6 to 8 hours once you wake up. I thought that I needed to be doing it too. So I started doing it and I was like, I'm chewing, like, I never saw results. I ate like a pig. And so I would eat way too much because I was binging. And then I was like, this isn't working, so I need to fast for longer or whatever. My poor little Nathalia, she didn't know what she was doing, and I never let anyone help me. Then I continued doing that. I now look at pictures from my quince, insert here maybe, and I see holy junk. I am a big woman now. I'm 160, I'm 5'8", I'm 17 years old, and definitely cannot be that thin. I was probably 125, bad. Evidently, I began to think that I needed to fast longer. I didn't deserve to eat because I wasn't training, because I wasn't good enough, because I had to drop out of this season. Freshman year of high school, devastated because I didn't make varsity. I had to be the best on JV all the time, and not gonna lie, I was pretty good. But I left mid-season from a concussion. I could not get a break. I attracted injuries to myself. As you can probably guess, my thought life went if it wasn't already all the way down here. It was here, and somehow in the impossibles of impossibles, it went deeper. And it was quite, I just slapped that bush, my bad bush. There I was literally in bed for like a month because it was so bad. My thought life was jacked up. So many misconceptions of who God was. I love God, and I don't know where I would be today. I don't think I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't follow God, and if I didn't know that God was with me and for me. Freshman year ended, sophomore year starts, super pumped, start soccer again. Sophomore year, I didn't play high school soccer because I had some bad knee stuff going on. Everything started that is still impacting me now physically. Everyone that knows me at school, I keep slapping this poor bush. Everyone that knows me at school knows that I've had knee problems for a while. I didn't play because I was like, I'm gonna take care of myself. Before junior year, I go to Mexico for a month. I had my uncle from Georgia come over and visit. So I live in Denver, Colorado, and my family lives in Georgia and in Mexico, obviously. He was like, why aren't you playing club? And I was like, cause my knee hurts. It hurts like a booty head. He was like, really? That's gonna stop you? And I was like, ugh. My pride inside of me was like, no, I have to play. I tried out, made the like highest team. I don't know how. I was getting strong. I was beginning to build more muscular arms, get a more muscular chest, better back, better butt, better legs, whatever. 16-year-old me was like, I'm so fit. I get back, and long story short, the coach believes in me and transfers me into the highest team of my club. My knee pain got to the point where I couldn't roll over in bed or lay down. My knee hurt beyond a 10. Go to PT, and after like a few weeks, this lady's like, dude, if you keep playing soccer, you're not gonna get any better, and I'm pretty sure you have a meniscus tear. My dream of finally getting on the highest team or whatever, going to out-of-state tournaments where scouts are gonna see blah, 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 all of the jazz, was finally gonna happen, and I was this close. I was like weeks away, and I drop out. I have a lot of friends that were on that team that go to my school, and it was very awkward dynamic to interact with, because it was yet another season that I was dropping out of. So by this time, maybe I didn't mention all 4, but I've dropped out of like 4, maybe even 5 seasons. I just stopped everything. I was like, I am going to need to recover, and I'm going to need to figure this out because it's finally something serious that is forcing me to settle. I still didn't rest. I still lifted, I still sprinted, I still ran. And it wasn't good. It got worse. There was no improvement after like 3 months or 2 months of knee pain, simply because it would be on and off of training and stuff. Then look into getting a steroid shot. Helps nothing. It makes it worse. So I get that steroid injection, we get an MRI, and the doctor says, hey, your cartilage is jacked up, dude. We can totally get in there and fix some stuff up, but since you got that steroid injection, we can't do anything because you wouldn't heal. You would just be this gushing blood person walking around. So the same day I find out I need surgery, I also find out that we lose a great deal of money that my parents had invested in this restaurant. and it was very unfair. I love getting to help people. I love getting to invest in them and friendships and relationships. I wasn't okay throughout all of it. I needed to decide ASAP if I was gonna go to my dream location, which was Spain. My dream has been to play in Spain, to go visit Spain, to see Spain, and my mom in tears was like, Nathalia, no, babe, like, I can't. And in that moment, I realized myself. I said, I need to be here for my family. I wouldn't have been at peace if I would have left my family broken behind. So I stayed. I said no. I know that was like the best decision I could have made, not because of... So ever since then, my brother was like, girl, let's get this thought life of yours together. I began to listen to this New Man seminar thing. It simply talks about how biblical truths apply to how you think. And so one of them would be, it is not you who live, but Christ who lives in you. And so what that does to your mind is it sets you free from yourself, from your negative thoughts, from your anger, from your resentment, from you being annoyed at another person, from you envying another person, from you comparing yourself to another person. And it sets you in a place where, as you study who Jesus is and how he is pure love, that God is love, love is not God, God himself is love, you become more like Christ, and that is the entire purpose, and your thoughts become renewed. So the Bible does say, renew your mind. That is so important. It dictates so much of what happens in your life, of how you treat other people, how you treat yourself, because ultimately you are the one that lives with you all the time. And if you don't enjoy that, that really sucks. You can live hell on earth and think that you are a victim to your thoughts, instead of realizing that you control your thoughts and you have the power to do so. Then throughout this time, I got PRP shots and those didn't work. I am getting surgery in 2 weeks for my knee, and I could not be more excited about it. My brother pushed me to take that initiative to reach out to the doctor and say, hey, I need to get this checked. I think that God has such beautiful timing for everything. Really, impatience comes from us. Impatience comes from us being not trusting. Ultimately, there's a higher power, whether you believe that is God, but a higher power that can help you change who you are, and our duty is to change our thoughts and our thought patterns. Then he put this awesome girl in my path. So it'd be like Jesus, her, Drake. And yes, Drake. And her name is Nastasia Ponomarenko. And she is a self-made entrepreneur. I think the way that she fearlessly went after what she wanted motivated me to begin to do that myself. And so now I just want to encourage you all that don't have that mainstream story of success and that mainstream story of having it all put together. Now I see that by taking control of my thoughts, I get to let God change my life. I believe that, and I believe that anyone can do that. I believe you can succeed at any age. I just want to help you if you find yourself having trouble with mental health. I am trying to start this YouTube channel so that you have a community where you do not feel judged, but you also are not comforted into a place where you stay where you are and you are encouraged to grow. And so if you want to grow, and even if you're not having issues with mental health, with physical health, with spiritual health, all of that, if you are having those issues, to stay and to stay around and to, but I made this so that You can follow me through my journey of getting surgery, post-surgery, and what it's like to have a positive mindset throughout all of it, and to know that you don't have to quit ever. And that doesn't mean necessarily grinding all the time as the world describes it, as society describes it, but more or less that you have this burning desire inside of you to see something become manifest. And whether that's a dream, whether that's making a business, whether that's becoming a personal trainer, whether that's becoming a chef, whether that's becoming Harvard graduate, whatever that is, it all starts by controlling the thoughts of your mind and the garden that your mind is, and every flower or every weed in there is a thought or a lie and a truth, and I want to help you guys determine the difference between those. It's getting dark and it's about to start raining, so that is it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope it's not too long, and I hope that I'm not super boring for you guys to listen to. I will be posting, I believe every Saturday will be my day. Saturday and maybe Mondays for now in the summer. Thank you so much for being willing to change and transform your life. And no matter how young or old you are, or how incapable you think you are of getting out of the ditch, that there is a way, and there is hope, and there is light. I dare you to stay around. So thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe. That is it for the video, guys. Thank you. See you guys later. Oh, wait. Is it recording?